Weihenstephaner Original Helles.
Life is too short to be drinking shitty beer.
Welcome to another edition of Bands, Bikes and Booze Reviews. I've got one here today that has been requested by quite a few viewers, so I thought it was only right that I eventually got some in, and this is the Weihenstephaner Original Helles from what is reputed to be the oldest brewery in the world. Now there is some dispute to that because the Feltenberg Brewery, also based in Bavaria, lays claim to that as well. Now the dispute of it is the Feltenberg people say that the claims that Weihenstephaner goes back to 1015 are a little bit obscure, possibly forged as well. There's documentation that says, I think it's a receipt for some malt or some ingredients, and they say that that's forged, or their original documentation goes back to the 16th century or 17th century or something like that, and their claim is a little bit false. Who knows? At the moment they are officially the oldest brewery in Germany and in the world. That is still in existence today, and regardless, I really couldn't give a monkeys about that. Who is the oldest? What concerns me is the best, and I'll tell you something, this lot ain't bad. Their wheat beer is absolutely amazing. It really is one of the best wheat beers I've tried. Now, I love Schneiderweiss, and I think Weihenstephaner are so close in terms of quality. Weihenstephaner are a bit more diverse than Schneiderweiss. I know Schneiderweiss have started doing other stuff now recently, getting away from just the wheat beer, but Weihenstephaner do the full range of beers, and they do some fantastic ones. And apparently, according to the reviews, this is a good one. Now, I was going to say, or I was going to try and get the brew sheet for this, but I can't get any. But the interesting thing is that, and they say this on their website as well, there is, I think, 50 miles away from them, the region of Hallertau, and it's 50 miles north, and that's where all their hops come from, which is sort of par for the course in Bavaria. It's the largest hop growing region in the world, so of course all the best brewers, or all the brewers who want to brew the best beer will go there for their hops, and the research that goes into them hops there is absolutely amazing. There is a brewing university at Weihenstephan, and where they do a hell of a lot of research just into beer. I mean, it's not just about the flavours and stuff like that, it's about the whole drinking experience. You know, they're doing blindfold tests in various environments as well. If you look it up on YouTube and watch it, I think the documentary is an hour long. I watched it and I was absolutely blown away by how seriously they take their beer in that region. England has got nothing to compare to it, and I don't think Belgium has either, so that's credit to them. Anyway, I'm waffling on. I'm not going to go too much into the history of this, but needless to say, they trace their history back to 1040, and that's not the time, that's 1040 AD. That's how old they claim to be. But there you go. Let's investigate it, see what's going on. Right, this is a 500ml bottle. It is 5.1%. It is 21 IBUs, which is quite sweet for a Helles, but about in the scale, I would say. The ingredients, usual caper, water, hops, what else? Gust and malt, and that's about it really. What else have you got on here? It's all in, keeping the dark, store in a dark place. I'm trying to translate this from German. I'm not even going to pronounce the German on this. Blah, 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 blah. There is the EU protected status on there, saying that it is a genuine Bavarian product. Just in case you didn't know, this comes from a place called Freising, which is just north of Munich. So there you go. Let's get it open. Let's see what's going on. Now, I've reviewed some Helleses on here. I did some last night. Some interesting ones. The Schonrama, which was nice, and the Mars Bry Helles, which was nice as well. I'm hoping this is going to be a league above them, because if their wheat beer is anything to go by, then this is really going to be something special. Interesting that the Schonrama Helles didn't really put much emphasis on the malt in their beer. It was all about the hops, which was really interesting for me, and I thought it was a really good way of, if you wanted to, really discover the noble hop flavour that goes into a German Helles, but without the malt clouding that flavour profile. Really did bring out the hop character in the beer, and their Pils was the same as well. So at Schonram, they do like, or Schonrama Brewery I should say, they do like to emphasise the hops. The Mars Bry, it was okay, not bad, missing the liquid bread finish on it. Anyway, there we go. There it is, clear. Or maybe there's a slight haze to that. That glass is filthy. There's bubbles sticking to the side and the head's dissipating quickly. Let's quickly get the aromas. Yeah, exactly what I'd expect. Lots of lemon citrus, a little bit of that liquid bread, and just an all-round clean type aroma that you get from German Helleses, certainly from this region. So all that remains now is to get this down my fat Gregory Peck. Bottoms up. Oh, that's really nice. Oh, and there's the lovely liquid bread. Quite a lot of lemon citrus on this, and there's a lot of honey on this as well, which is nice, quite sweet. Hence the 21 IBUs that are on this. Let me dive in again. Oh, it's lovely. That is superb. That really is a special beer. Yeah. Finish is quite long, and what do you think it is? Of course, it's that liquid bread. Really like lightly toasted white bread, and it's beautiful. It really is nice. There's quite a bit of lemon citrus on there as well, coming from them Hallertau hops. I imagine there's something like Hallertau Tradition on there. That's quite a complex hop that does have citrusy elements to it as well, and that's really nice. I do like that. Yeah, I am impressed, I have to say. Let's dive in again. What a tough job this is. Oh, it's lovely. Big lemon citrus on that. Sweet lemon citrus, if you can imagine that. Now that sounds like a bit of an anomaly, but it's really nice, and it does sit well with this. Quite a strong backbone of that lemon citrus, which is, I wouldn't say unusual, but I don't recall, certainly not in a long time, that kind of strength in the lemon flavour that you get on a German Helles. And again, it's nice. Not so much of the honey. There was a sweetness to it, but I'm not sure that it's that big compared to others. Certainly not the Augustiner and Paulaner Helleses. Mouthfeel is okay. There is a fair amount of fizz on that, and it's very, very mildly abrasive, but not obtrusive. That's quite nice. and it's going down very nicely indeed, I have to say. This is a very, very nice beer indeed. And the more I drink, the more I want. So would it be up there with the best of them? Well, I don't think it's as good as the Augustiner or the St. Georgenbräu, in my opinion, but it's close, very, very close, in fact. And if I didn't know better, I'd say it was a beer from, I don't know, probably the Munich brewers. It's that good. I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I have tried Hofbrauer recently. I think this is better than Hofbrauer. I will say that. Why am I saying it's better than Hofbrauer? Well, maybe I've gotten used to the Hofbrauer flavour, and you can get that quite a lot in the Morrison's up the road. But it tastes, I don't know, in my opinion, it does taste nicer. But it's really, really good stuff. Oh, I'm loving it. Loving it. Simple flavours, clean, drinkable, and just a classic Bavarian Helles, which stands head and shoulders above most of them. So what is the verdict on Weihenstephaner Original Helles? Well, that is fantastic in my opinion. That is a standout Helles, and I think it comes close to Augustiner, and it comes close to the St. Georgenbräu. I just don't think it's quite there, but that is no mean feat, I'll tell you. And I would put this up against any of the Munich brewers. I'd go out on a limb and say that this stuff is just slightly better than the Hofbrauer Helles, which I drink quite regularly. Whenever I'm up in Morrison's, I will always get some, so I'm quite used to that flavour. And it's not as if I'm doing this from memory. I was drinking Hofbrauer a couple of days ago, but this does. I really should compare the two. I think that would be a good comparison, Hofbrauer and Weihenstephaner. I can't be 100% certain unless I try the two together, but from memory I would say this is nicer. Maybe that's one that I should do, but it's great beer. It's not just a great beer, that is a fantastic, outstanding beer. Really nice. I love the flavours. I love the big lemon citrus seam in this. You don't often get that, and it might not be to everyone's flavour. Well, sorry, the sound of that might not appeal to everyone, but when you get it mixed up with all the other liquid bread flavours that are in here, and the noble hop, slight noble hop spice that's on there, that's just perfect. It's just a perfect balance in my opinion. On the finish goes on and on and on, and it's lovely. That's superb. For me, that is an outstanding 10 out of 10 German Helles. It really is a good one, and as I say, I don't think it's quite up there with the Augustiner, but it is not far off. It really isn't, and I think that is a worthy 10 out of 10. I'll tell you exactly how much this is. I got it from the House of Trembling Madness, and it was, hang on, is this all in alphabetical order? That might help. Yes, it is in fucking, no it's not, I'm talking shit, as per fucking usual. Hang on a minute, am I missing it in here? Did they not put it down? Oh, they did. This is £2.70. Right, so let's compare that to, I tried the Zottler Corbinian Dunkel. That was nice. That was £2.90. Yeah, not the cheapest. The Schonramer Hell was 5p more expensive. As I said, that's nice if you just want to get the real hoppiness from it. And the Marsbräu Helles Vollbier was £2.99. So that's cheaper, and in my opinion, that is better. So if you're looking at them two, then go for that one, because that is an absolute winner. That is 10 out of 10. Of course, I would be buying it again. I don't know why I haven't tried this before. Maybe because it's not that easy to get hold of. I've not seen it on a lot of the online retailers. Beers of Europe sometimes wind me up when you look up their beers and you think, oh, they've got this, and then you look at it and it says out of stock. Oh, that's such a fucking horrible feeling. But I've got it, I've tried it, and I loved it. And that is 10 out of 10, and that is recommended. And remember, beer is working class champagne.